Good evening, class of 2020. My name is Jeff Dickerson. I'm the proud father of a 2019 graduate of our school district, and I'm also the proud uncle of another young man graduating tonight. I'm honored to have served as your board chairman this year, and I'm privileged to be able to congratulate you and your families today on a job well done. I also would like to share my gratitude for the dedication of our staff has shown throughout your 13 years in the Nelson County Schools. To the class of 2020, I am now 30 years past my own graduation. Speaking from the heart, I'd like to share just a few encouraging pieces of advice for your next 30 years. First, if you're expecting success, be willing to accept the cost of that success. Anything worth a darn in your life should be expected to be challenging. Expecting greatness to come easy is simply foolish. Realizing this going in makes the process of attacking any challenge much easier. Secondly, fully appreciate the value of time and what you can do with it. Right now it feels like there's all the time in the world, but we are not guaranteed tomorrow. And if you stop and think about it, you have to admit we're on this planet for a very short time. Time spent on activities and projects that reinvest in yourselves and others, as you may know from your involvement with service work or leadership roles in the school, is very rewarding. Time spent in negativity or self-doubt simply start vicious cycles that only rob you of more time. Time you can never get back. Use your time and superpowers for good. Finally, always remember that you are loved by and have a home in Nelson County, Kentucky. Knowing we have your back makes all the difference in the world. You may follow a path that allows you to immediately begin to reinvest your talent and treasures right here in the community that made you what you are. Or you may travel away, as I did, and spend a number of years learning elsewhere to start your career in life. Either way, you will always be a Nelson Countian, something that I am and you will be increasingly proud of over time. Trust me, Nelson County is a special place to grow up, to live, and to learn. So congratulations, class of 2020, on taking your next step in creating the future as a fellow Nelson Countian.
Hello, Thomas Nelson families and community partners, and welcome to the class of 2020 Senior Liftoff Celebration.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please retrieve your brick, legacy letter, G-pin, and senior frame from the table near the citizenship walkway. As you place your brick, remember that your legacy will live on as part of the foundation of Thomas Nelson High School.
4 years ago, we sat at this ceremony with the class of 2017. Some of us could not wait to lay down our own brick. Some of us could not wait to start our own legacy. And some of us were confused about what our legacy was and where to even start, which was me. Some of you may be as confused as I was. I tried to think of what I could do and what I was good at. I thought that I needed to do something big to change this school forever. Like most things, this occupied my mind for about 2 weeks, then I forgot about it for a while. After a year or two, my class started to figure out what legacy we would leave here. We all started to create our own legacy. For some of us, it was taking on new leadership roles. For some of us, it was getting more involved. And for some of us, it was starting something completely new through SOC, creative directing, and house stewards. Thanks to the help of Mr. Merrifield, Isaac Cawthorn, Jack Hubble, and some seniors last year, we created the first mentorship ascend class here. Finally, after 3 years, I could start to see what my legacy would be. It took until my senior year to figure out that my legacy did not have to be a magnificent innovation that altered the way Thomas Nelson would be forever. Going into senior year, I decided to work in the cafeteria, serving the lunch line and washing dishes. Working in the cafeteria, I learned the impact of small things in life. I remember the first time Mr. Merrifield came up to me in the cafe to talk to me about how I liked working there. The lunch ladies came up to me afterwards saying how that was the first time he has come up to talk to any of us. I could see that when people talked to the lunch ladies, it had brightened their day. I realized that a smile, a conversation, or remembering that something is important to someone can go a long way. I started to do this more and more in my own life and could really see the difference. You never know when someone is having a rough day and could use a friendly conversation or someone to ask them how they're doing. I feel like this senior class has embodied this throughout our high school experience. Some people may have a rough home life. Some may feel disconnected from this place and everyone else. And some people could just be going through a little rough patch, but everyone can be nice to one another. Doing this can help bring the school closer together as a community. When the school comes together as a community, the things we can accomplish are endless. As a member of this community, you should still take on leadership roles and use those to help create your legacy. Don't be scared to step outside your comfort zone, and it's never too late to try something new. I have played tennis since my freshman year, and every year we have seniors that join and play. At the end of the season, they always say they wish they would have tried this earlier. High school is the best time to create something that you want to create because you have coaches, mentors, and friends there to support you. For all the freshmen out there confused about or don't know what their legacy will be, there's nothing wrong with creating something big. But do not forget that you can also do the simple things. Over the next 3 years, I challenge you to do the little things in your life. This can help you meet new people, build relationships, and help make you a great leader. Thank you.
We now ask that the graduate and one family member please approach the G screen for the pinning ceremony. Please pin your senior with the G pin, symbolizing their academic and civic accomplishments throughout their educational careers.
Hello, class of 2020, students, sponsors, families, and teachers. My name is Amelia Boone, and I'm a Hamilton House senior. I'm truly honored and humbled to be here today to represent the Thomas Nelson class of 2020. As we, the class of 2020, celebrate this longly awaited ceremony, we all have a sponsor in mind who has inspired us and been an example of the type of person we strive to become. It could be a teacher, a family member, a coworker, an employer. The list goes on and on. Regardless of whom it may be, you each undoubtedly chose this person because they have or are continuing to make a substantial impact on your life. In one of Mr. Mudd's ever so popular mood meters, 20 Things We Should Say More Often by Kid President, the first phrase mentioned is thank you. We all take things for granted, and we simply do not say thank you enough to those who have and are continuing to rally around us. I'm standing here today to be the first to say thank you. To our teachers, thank you for providing us with a positive learning environment each and every day. Thank you for giving us the tools to hunt our Yeti and ultimately enabling us to be sitting here today, preparing for liftoff. And while I never thought I might hear myself say this, thank you for the book-length packets, lectures, and for being so hard on us. I'm looking at you, Miss Amati. Without you all, we would not have become the truly purple cow young men and women we are today. To our families, blood or not, thank you for your endless support. At some point or another, us teenagers, myself included, tend to think that we are capable of and know just about everything. But we could not have gotten to this point if it were not for your daily support and love. Thank you also for instilling in us the values of independence and care. We are all about to venture into new territory, and it is those values which will help us succeed. To our community partners, thank you for giving us an outlet to pursue and build upon our passions. Thank you for letting us somewhat inexperienced high schoolers enter your workplace just so we can gain work experience before graduating high school. You have shown us a glimpse of what life after high school is like and provided us with real-world experience. Your presence in our lives has inspired us to become contributing members of society, whether we remain local or become national or global citizens. For that, we are forever grateful. While this event and its meaning would be irrelevant without our sponsors, I would be negligent if I did not thank a few of my fellow graduates on behalf of the class of 2020. Clay Cecil, we thank you for having the courage to step out of your comfort zone and to become Thomas Nelson's very own sports commentator. In doing this, you have gone above and beyond in showing it's never too late to try new things and explore new flight paths. China Martin, we thank you for creating G Crew, our first official pep section. In doing this, you have succeeded at energizing our sports communities. Jacob Cundiff and Caleb Dixon, we thank you both for being the ones to achieve what seems impossible. By participating in the Bluegrass Aerospace experience, you have achieved what many never thought possible and have opened new career paths for future generals. Lastly, Mary Spalding, we thank you for having a yes mentality. You have been the epitome of this mentality within the Hamilton House and have shown your fellow Bears that the answer to how is yes. May today not be the only day in which our sponsors hear these words, nor the only day that our seniors say these words. We have met a plethora of obstacles to get to this point, and while it is easy to focus on the things we have lost, we must rather be thankful for those closest to us. May we live our lives in such a way that we strive to be like you. You have each contributed to the person we are and the person we are to become, and for this, we thank you.
Welcome to the family and friends out there that have built and become the Thomas Nelson High School community. To the proud supporters, the challengers, the coaches, the fans, the teachers, the students, the parents, the children, and everyone in between, thank you for being with us today. We truly could not have done this without you. I'm Abby Skinner, and I'm proud to say that I have spent the last 4 years of my life at Thomas Nelson. But I'm not here to talk about me. Today, I want you to consider the importance of a name. We name things to categorize them, to differentiate them, to unite them. 13 years ago, all of these bright young men and women that we are honoring today were named the class of 2020. And what seems like yesterday, our name was refined to read Thomas Nelson Class of 2020. What seems like a small revision will be a part of each and every one of our lives forever. That name means something. These past 4 years, as we have grown together as a class, we have made a name for ourselves, both in our school and in our community. We are the first class to spend all 4 years in the same Care and Connect. I, for one, can say that spending 4 years with those girls has meant so much to me and has helped me grow as an individual and as a leader. We are also the only class in Thomas Nelson history, or in the history of most other schools for that matter, that has been forced to adapt their senior year due to a pandemic that swept its way across the world. We might be the class with a 2020 vision for the future, but we sure didn't see that one coming. Either way, the class of 2020 will surely be a name that no one forgets. Now, I can't recall exactly what provoked the conversation, but when I was in 3rd grade or so, I distinctly remember telling my dad lecturing me about the lack of effort on some assignment that I had done. That sounds like a fairly mundane memory, I know, but there was one thing he told me that has stuck with me all of these years. He said, and I quote, "Don't you ever put your name on anything, knowing that you didn't put your full effort into it." Of course, he meant for this to be one of those moral lessons that dads tell their kids about giving their all in everything they do, but being the naive child I was, I took him literally. A few days later, my teacher asked me to write my name in an assignment that I had turned in nameless, and I told her no. I was not a defiant nor a disobedient child, but I knew that I had completed the assignment last minute and hadn't worked hard enough on it. I explained to her what my dad had told me, and she laughed and wrote my name on it herself. That's besides the point, though. That is my charge to you, class of 2020. Don't you ever put your name on anything, knowing that you didn't put your full effort into it. As we walk out of these doors, for the last time, individually, we are writing our names once and for all. We have been preparing for this moment since the first time Mr. Bradley sat us down and talked to us about building our legacy, probably 3 days into freshman year. The administration has always made it abundantly clear that we will leave a legacy on this community. We knew from day one that we would have to work every day to build the path that we want others to follow. We were told time and time again that our name meant something, and that it always would. What the administration never told us, though, is that as much as we leave our legacy on Thomas Nelson leaves its legacy inside each and every one of us. We won't stop being the Thomas Nelson class of 2020 when we walk out those doors. We will still be risk takers, first dancers, Yeti hunters, purple cows, but most of all, generals. Those names will go wherever we go, as we carry Thomas Nelson's legacy within us. So, class of 2020, remember where you came from. Remember who is beside you all of these years. Remember the lessons that you learned, and remember that our name will always mean something.
As we prepare to honor your graduate, it is imperative that we first show gratitude to all parents and guardians. They have played the most important role in the lives of our seniors. Parents, if you could please stand and be recognized for your role on this special day. Your remarkable general has completed the mandatory requirements for graduation as established by the Kentucky State Board of Education and the Nelson County District Board of Education. I recommend the board confer a diploma to this senior for completing 12 successful years in education. Graduate, prepare for liftoff by accepting your diploma at this time.
Megan Allen. Nate Allgaier. Colton Armstrong. Tammy Ashley. Tammy Ashley is an alumni from the Lafayette House. Summa cum laude. World-changing Yeti. Distinguished Young Women participant. Dean's List. Beta Regional Award winner. Beta State Award winner. National Honor Society of High School Scholars. Leader Award winner. $10,500 to the Trojan Opportunity Expanded Scholarship. $2,000 for the Trojan Leadership Scholarship. $1,000 from the Gregory Glenn Riley Scholarship. $4,000 to scholarship to Lindsey Wilson College. $4,000 scholarship dollars to Kentucky Wesleyan College. Tammy Ashley's future story plan is to attend Troy University to major in psychology with a minor in American Sign Language, with hopes of becoming a pediatric psychologist. Brandon Ballard. Magna cum laude. Ready. Brandon's future story plan is to attend college at Three Rivers University. Mallory Ballard. Yeti ready. Macy Barnes. Cum laude. Yeti ready. Macy is an alumni of the Lafayette House. Dean's List. House Steward. Macy's future story plan is to attend Elizabethtown Community and Technical College to major in elementary education. Ryan Beck. Yeti ready. MTA. IC3. ITF plus industry certificates. Ryan Beck is an alumni of the Lafayette House. Emma Binkley. Summa cum laude. Yeti ready. Emma's part of the Lafayette House. Animal Science ERP. Dean's List recipient. $1,750 Rutherford Foundation Scholarship. Generate Leaders. Emma's future story plan is to attend the University of Kentucky to major in psychology and psychotherapy. Gavin Blair. Gavin is an alumni of the Washington House. Yeti ready. Dean's List recipient. Ascend Mentor. Brian Charles. Washington House. Magna cum laude. Network Administrator. EDP. NCA. IC3. Industry Certificates. Amelia Boone. Summa cum laude. Yeti ready. Amelia Boone is an alumni of the Hamilton House. Bardstown Chamber of Commerce Young Leader. Dean's List recipient. National Honor Society President, Dance Bloom President, AP Scholar, placed at state rating, Twin Team Captain, University of Windsor Trustee Scholarship, $3,000 annually. Hamilton House Steward, National Honor Society President, Varsity Swim Team member, and captain, track and field competitor, SOC President and Public Relations Officer. Amelia's future story plan is to attend the University of Louisville and major in nursing with hopes of becoming a nurse practitioner. Caroline Boone, summa cum laude, 2019 Governor's Scholar, Dean's List recipient. Tyler Foster Memorial Scholarship, Rotary Club Founding Fathers Scholarship, WKU Academic Scholarship, SOC President and Public Relations Officer, Soccer and Keyboard. Deadline's future service plan is to attend Western Kentucky University, majoring in exercise science and minor in baton language, with the plan to become a physical therapist. James Boone, Yeti Ready, Business Management EOP. House Steward, Jay, stay up here. Zachary Bowman, Lafayette House. Zach's future story plan is to continue his career in metal. Meredith Bradford, summa cum laude, world-changing Yeti. Hamilton House alumni, state registered nurse's assistant, phlebotomist, pharmacy technician, NOCTI Healthcare Corps, HOSA President and Vice President, National Honor Society Vice President, HOBY Ambassador, Dean's List recipient, cheerleading co-captain, Lincoln Trail Youth Salute, KHSAA First Team Academic All-State, Nelson County Area Technology Center Student of the Month, Nelson County Area Technology Center Student Advisory Council Member, Energy Award recipient, Girl Scout of America, Girl Scout Senior Visionary Award, 2020-2021 Galileo Learning Community Member, $9,000 for the 2020 Claudia and Richard Benny Scholarship, $27,000 Monsignor Dorgan Scholarship, HOSA President, Vice President. Meredith's future story plan is to attend Bellarmine University to major in biology and further education to medical school to become an obstetrician gynecologist. Anthony Brewer, Lafayette House, dual credit in welding and ocean soda pop. Anthony's future story plan is to enter into a welding trade school. Joshua Brock, Washington House, cum laude, Yeti Ready, Network Administrator EOP, MTA, IC3 Industry Certifications. Wyatt Brown, cum laude. Lincoln House, Yeti Ready, Business Management EOP, SOC Press Secretary, Baseball All District Team, Lincoln Trail Youth Salute, Baseball Captain, Student Organization Council Representative, House Steward. Wyatt's future story plan is to attend JCTC to receive an associate degree in construction technology. Lincoln House, Lafayette House, Dean's List recipient, Ascend Mentor, house stewards. Anthony's future story plan is to attend ECTC, then transfer to Moorhead University for neurology. Austin Urban, Washington House, summa cum laude, world-changing Yeti. Valedictorian, young leader, Dean's List recipient, AP Scholar, UL Trustee Scholarship. Leadership roles in basketball, football, track, National Honor Society, and Washington House Steward. Austin's future story plan is to study mechanical engineering at the University of Louisville. Lafayette House. Lafayette House Steward. Leadership roles in house stewards and swim team. Jack's future story plan is to move to Germany and attend a language school and learn German.
Clay Cecil, Hamilton House, magna cum laude, Yeti Ready, horticulture EOP, 2019 tennis doubles district champion, Young Leaders Institute, Corey Adams Leadership Award, David Mudd Purple Cow Handshake Award, FFA Greenhand, Spring Athlete of the Year 2019, and Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. 4-H Team Council Scholarship, EKU Merit Scholarship, ECTC Work Ready Scholarship. Tennis Captain, FCA President, Ascend Mentor, Change the Norm Campaign Student Leader, Football and Basketball Sportscaster, 4-H Shooting Sports President. Clay's future story plan is to attend ECTC and Eastern Kentucky University to major in accounting and to get an MBA. Josh Carter. Hamilton House. Josh's future story plans are to attend ECTC in the fall. Dallas Cecil. Lafayette House. Magna cum laude, Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List, Christian Scholar Program, Lafayette House Steward, Boston Tennis. Dallas's future story plan is to go to Georgetown College and find something that he would love to do. James Ross Cecil, Washington House, summa cum laude, Yeti Ready. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List, Advanced Placement Scholar, Bardstown Rotary Club, ECTC CKCN, SPLT Leadership. Ross's future story plan is to attend ECTC and the University of Louisville to study information technology. Joseph Brian Cecil, Lincoln House, House Steward, Creative Director. JP's future story is to enter the workforce. Ethan Lynn Joseph, Washington House, Information Technology EOP, Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. Ethan's future story plans are to attend ECTC and focus on an associate's in science. Cody Madison Craddock. Hamilton House, summa cum laude, Yeti Ready, NOCTI Workforce Competency, Healthcare Core College Credit Recommendation Badge, State Registered Nursing Assistants. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. Thomas Nelson High School Peer Leader. Cody's future story plans are to attend ECTC for her RN while working as a phlebotomist. Trevor Austin Sissel, Lafayette House. Trevor's future story plan is to go into the workforce with a focus on graphic design. Scarlett Ann Collins, Hamilton House, cum laude, Getty Ready, Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List,
Service Award winner, Charles and Lillian Thomas Scholarship, 4-H Community Service and Agriculture Scholarship, University of Kentucky Scholarship with full tuition. FFA Executive Team Member, Student Organization Council Representative, 4-H Team Treasurer, FBLA Vice President, Lady General Soccer. Scarlett's future story plan is to attend the University of Kentucky for agricultural economics. Isaac Morgan Cawthorn, Lincoln House, summa cum laude, Yeti Ready, unofficial 2020 KHSAA shot put state champion. KHSAA, take up on stage for me for a second, Isaac. KHSAA academic all-state first team, Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List, 2019 KHSAA state qualifier, and GSP finalist. EKU Academic Merit Scholarship. Ascend Mentor, Lincoln House Steward, Boston Boys basketball coach, track and field leader, State Farm team member, and Beta Club member. Isaac's future story plans are to attend EKU and go into a field that he enjoys. Sydney Leanne Coulter, Lafayette House, cum laude, Distinguished Writing Award, Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List, Service Award winner. Sydney's future story plan is to attend ECTC for the first year to get an associate in science and transfer to Western Kentucky University and major in psychological sciences. Marshall Lee Cranberg, Hamilton House. Lee's future story plans are to enter the workforce in a field that he loves. Jacob Brian Cundiff, Lafayette House, magna cum laude, Yeti Ready, ASE certified in automotive and food science EOP. Jacob's future story plans are to attend ECTC and go into the workforce working for Cundiff's Heating and Cooling. Caleb Robert Dixon, Lincoln House, summa cum laude, Yeti Ready, Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List, 2019 Tennis District Champion, second place engineering in the state beta event, Bluegrass Aviation Trailblazer, ROTC, tennis captain, tennis soccer, and National Honor Society soccer. Caleb's future story plan is to apply to the JCTC Aviation Maintenance Technician Program and eventually become an aviation maintenance technician. Clayton Nathaniel Jones, Lafayette House. Clay's future story plans are to enter the workforce in a career in welding. Haley Brooke Gomes, Lincoln House, Yeti Ready, NCO TI Healthcare Corps, Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. Haley's future story plans are to attend Western Kentucky University with a major in criminology. Riley William Downey, Lincoln House, All District Band, Campbellsville Music Performance Scholarship, Competitive Music Theory Music Band Scholarship, Leadership Roles at the Thomas Nelson High School Band. Riley's future story plans are to attend Campbellsville and major in music education. Andrew Blake Downs, Hamilton House, Yeti Ready, Animal Science EOP. Blake's future story plan is to go into a career he loves and build upon his own music career. Brianna Gail Dunn. Hamilton House, cum laude, Getty Ready, Child Care Certified, Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List, Distinguished Young Women, $16,000 Academic Merit Scholarship, scholarships to Lindsey Wilson and Kentucky Wesleyan Colleges, Distinguished Young Women Fitness Award, Brandy Kingston Memorial Scholarship, Beta Club, and General Leader. Brianna's future story plans are to attend Western Kentucky University to major in health and human services to become an occupational therapist. Madison Emily Durbin. Lafayette House. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. Thomas Nelson High School General Leader. Emily's future story plans are currently undecided. However, she plans to go into a field in which she loves. Haley Anna Edelman. Washington House. Summa cum laude. World Changing Yeti. Governor's Scholar Program. Young Leader of Bardstown. Lincoln Trail Youth Salute Member. Homecoming Queen. Sock Purple Cow Award. KHSAA Honor Award. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. Hustle Award winner. October Athlete of the Month. Cheerleading MVP and Spirit Award winner. Academic Merit Scholarship Award winner and GSP Scholarship. Student Organization Council Representative. Cheerleading Captain. Student Secretary at Old Kentucky Home Middle School. Lift Up Leadership Team. Washington House Steward. National Honor Society and Proud Committee member. Haley's future story plans are to attend Western Kentucky University's Honors College and major in elementary education. Colton Gabriel Edelman. Lafayette House. Summa cum laude. Yeti Ready. Business Management EOP. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. House Steward and Thomas Nelson High School Ascend Mentor. Colton's future story plans are to join the Kentucky Air National Guard and pursue a career in law enforcement. Madison Page Barron. Lincoln House. Cum laude. Yeti Ready. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. 2019 Tennis Doubles District Champion. Microsoft Office Certified. Advanced Placement Scholar. Leader Award winner. Speech and Debate Vice President. Musical Theater Dance Captain. Morticia Adams in the spring production. iHeart NC recipient. And third place duo improv at regionals. Lincoln House Steward. Ascend Mentor. CTNC Mentor / Leader. Speech and Debate Captain. Project Waldo Student Ambassador. 2019 Community Content Director. Participant in drama, tennis, speech and debate. Madison's future story plans are to attend U of L in the fall for a degree in biology and proceed with a degree in orthodontics. Lewis Wayne Ferguson. Hamilton House. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. General Leader and ROTC participant. Lewis's future study plans are to attend ECTC and get accepted into the regular. Henley Aaron Britt. Hamilton House. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List recipient. 1,500 point club. All-time leading student. KHSAA Academic All-State Student Athlete of the Month. Leadership roles include SOC representative and general leader. Henry's future school plans are to attend ECTC to pursue a degree in non-medical education. No rush. No rush. Jeffrey Furrow, Lafayette House. Jeffrey's future story plan is to work as a welder. Adina Gatz, Lafayette House, summa cum laude. Dean's List, Bay State Awards, Microsoft certifications, outstanding senior in track, AP scholar. Leadership roles include Slim, Sheriff, Sock Rep, and David. Adina's future story plan is to attend U of L and get a degree in the hospital. Ashley Gibbs, Washington House. Ashley's future story plan is to attend cosmetology school. Andrew Glazer, Hamilton House. Yeti, Ready. Industry certification includes animal science. Awards, Dean's List. Scholarship, GMW Scholarship. Leadership roles include soccer. Andrew's future story plan is to enroll at ECTC. William Braden Green. Wait a minute. Braden Green, Lincoln House. Braden's future story plan is to attend ECTC to pursue engineering. John Alexander Hall, Lafayette House. Yeti, Ready. Industry certification in food science. Alex's future story plan is to attend ECTC. Kenneth James Harper, Lafayette House. Yeti, Ready. KJ's future story plan is to attend ECTC. Kaylee Haycraft, Lincoln House. World Changing Yeti. Dean's List. Leadership roles include house steward and cheerleader. Kaylee's future story plan is to attend ECTC and then a university to pursue her dreams. Jacob Head, Washington House. Summa cum laude. Yeti, Ready. Industry certification, ASE Cert in automotive. Dean's List. Jacob's future story plan is to attend ECTC for heavy duty diesel. Miranda Ed, Hamilton House. Magna cum laude. World Changing Yeti. Dean's List. Leadership roles include delivering medicine for Hertz Drugstore during the pandemic. Miranda's future story plan is to attend ECTC, then go into JCTC to further my education in occupational therapy assistant program. England Hill, Washington House, cum laude. Yeti, Ready. Industry certification in animal science. Awards include FFA Green Hand and Chapter Degree, FFA Junior of the Year, Dean's List. Leadership roles include NHS Lane Lab. Halen's future story plan is to attend ECTC for Vet Tech and Star Work. Alyssa Holland, Lincoln House. Alyssa's future story plan is to attend dental assistant and med tech. Autumn House, Hamilton House. Summa cum laude. Yeti, Ready. Awards include Dean's List, All for You. AP Scholar. Autumn's plans is to attend University of Louisville study. Samantha Howard, Lafayette House. Summa cum laude. Yeti, Ready. Awards include GST, Young Leader, AP Scholar. Scholarship awards include $2,500 Provost Scholarship, University of Kentucky. $1,000 Scholarship, Heather Martin Memorial. Leadership roles include Lady G Soccer Team Captain, student worker at the Early Learning Center. Sammy's future story plan is to attend University of Kentucky to major in Human Health Science and minor in Spanish. Jack Hubble, Washington House. Yeti, Ready. Industry certification in welding. Leadership roles include Ascend Mentor, football team captain. Jack's future story plan is to attend University of Louisville. Matthew Jones, Hamilton House. Matt's future story plan is to continue working in the AutoZone. Alexis Carr, Washington House. Yeti Reddy, Industry Cert in NCOTI Healthcare Corps. Alexis's future story plan is to attend, pursue a degree in nursing. Jacqueline Casper, Lincoln House, cum laude. Awards include Dean's List, leadership roles, general leader. Jackie's future story plan is to attend Paul Mitchell and obtain a license in cosmetology. Hannah Kennedy, Hamilton House. Hannah's future story plan is to attend school of cosmetology. Coulter Cook Harbison, Lafayette House, summa cum laude. World Changing Yeti. Awards include Dean's List all 4 years, Governor Scholar Program, Wilson County Young Leader, certified in Excel, PowerPoint, and Word, Leader Award winner for Achievement and Energize, KHSAA All-State Soccer Academic First Team all 4 years, Beta Regional Science Award, Lincoln Trail Youth Salute, 4-Star Achievement Night Hype Award, and Salutatorium. Scholarship awards include $30,000 Trustee Scholarship, University of Louisville. Leadership roles include National Honor Society President, Beta Club Treasurer, House Steward, General Leader, soccer team for 6 years, and G Crew Representative. Coulter's future story plans are to attend University of Louisville and through JB Speed School. He plans on acquiring a degree in engineering. Mackenzie Lamar, Washington House, summa cum laude. Awards include Dean's List all 4 years, Leader Award winner. Scholarships, $4,000 Woodford Porter Scholarship. Leadership roles include Communications Leader in Carry Connect, House Steward, KNHS Office Worker. Mackenzie's future story plan is to attend University of Louisville and major in social work with a minor in psychology, be a clinical social worker. Kaylee Lavorne, Lafayette House. Kaylee's future story plan is to go to EKU to study business. Camilla Lozano O'Brien, Washington House, summa cum laude. Yeti Reddy. Awards include Dean's List, President's List, WKU, Research Internship Grant, WKU. Scholarship awards include full tuition, plus $8,000 Gronemeyer Scholarship. Leadership roles include participation in the Gatton Academy. Camilla's future story plan is to attend University of Louisville and major in bioengineering. Tatiana Lewis, Washington House, summa cum laude. Yeti Reddy. Awards include AP Scholar, Grader, Knox Coding Academy participant, Dean's List. Scholarship awards include $62,000 academic scholarship at Kalamazoo University for computer science and sports medicine, $1,000 cheer scholarship at Kalamazoo University. Leadership roles include STLP, Ascend Mentor, General Leader, NHS member, academic team. Tia's future story plans are to attend Kalamazoo University and double major to obtain her computer science and sports medicine degrees, while also participating in college cheer. Graduate Jacob Thomas, Washington House, Yeti Reddy. Industry Certs in Network Administration EOP, MTA IC3 Industry Certs. Jacob's future story plan is to earn a degree in aviation at EKU. Seamus McLeod, Washington House. Welding EOP, Dean's List recipient, Skills USA participant. Seamus's future story plan is to enter the workforce and continue to develop and pursue his lawn care business. Justin Malone, House Steward, Lincoln House alumni. Justin's future story plan is to attend ECTC for an associate's degree in business. Brooklyn Marksberry, Hamilton House, Yeti Reddy, Food Science EOP, leadership roles on the FFA executive team. Brooklyn's future story plan is to continue to work and attend ECTC. Chase Marksberry, Hamilton House. Chase is Yeti Reddy. He has served as a house steward. Demarie Mattingly, Washington House. Dean's List recipient. Leadership roles and house stewards. Demoria's future story plan is to attend ECTC in the fall. China, prepare for liftoff by accepting your diploma at this time. China Martin, summa cum laude, Lincoln House. World-changing Yeti, Lincoln Trail Youth Salute, Distinguished Young Woman Talent Award winner, Beta Regional Talent Award winner, Dean's List recipient, $150 scholarship to DYW Talent Award, $4,000 scholarship to Lindsey Wilson College, $4,000 scholarship to Kentucky Wesleyan College. China has had leadership roles as dance team captain, Dance Pros Dance Company, senior team, president and creator of G Crew, beta secretary, house steward, and SOC member. China's future story plan is to attend Elizabethtown Community and Technical College, to major in diagnostic medical sonography, to become an ultrasound technician, and hopes to work at a private practice. William Mattingly, Washington House, Yeti Ready, Crack Construction. Courtney McGee, Washington House, Yeti Ready, Animal Science EOP, Dean's List recipient. Courtney's had leadership roles as an FFA officer. Courtney's future story plan is to attend Elizabethtown Community and Technical College in the fall to get her BSN. Caleb Medley, summa cum laude, Lafayette House, Yeti Ready, Dean's List recipient, Ascend Mentor. Caleb's future story plan is to attend U of L to earn a bachelor's degree in exercise science and be a member of the U of L co-ed cheer team. Oscar Mejia, Lincoln House, Yeti Ready, Construction EOP, Dean's List recipient. Oscar's had leadership roles on the soccer team. Oscar's future story plan is to attend ECTC and get a business administration degree, and someday hopes to start his own business. Dorfus Messer, Lincoln House. Dorfus's future story plan is to enter into the workforce. You may now. Kaylee Miller, summa cum laude, Lincoln House alumni, World-changing Yeti, Lincoln Trail Youth Salute, national finalist, Dean's List recipient, AHSAA Honor Roll, Student Athlete of the Month, May 2018, MVP Award Softball, Golden Globe Award Softball, Leader Value Award, Softball Letter Award, 300 or above club award in softball, Kentucky 5th Region All-Tournament Team Softball, 19th District All-Tournament Team Softball, Citizenship Award, Sense of Justice Award, Positive Attitude Award, $500 to the Kathy Mattingly Kidwell Scholarship, $1,500 Bluegrass Cellular Scholarship, $4,000 Merit Scholarship to Western Kentucky University, $1,000 Paget Memorial Hospital Auxiliary Scholarship, $2,500 NAACP Scholarship, $500 Rosetta Dodson Memorial Scholarship. Legacy leadership roles in the Football Legacy Pool. Haley's future story plan is to attend Western Kentucky University in the fall to major in communication disorders, speech pathology, and minor in American Sign Language. Brennan Miles, Hamilton House, Yeti Ready, Dean's List recipient. STLP Regionals qualifier 2017 and 2018. STLP State qualifier 2017 and 2018. Responsibility Leader Award. Brenna has served as STLP President in 2019 and 2020 school year. Hayden Morley, Lafayette House. Cum laude. Yeti Ready. Manufacturing EOP. Dean's List recipient. Hayden's future story plan is to attend Elizabethtown Community and Technical College in the fall to obtain his basics and explore trade options. Cameron Mauser, Washington House, summa cum laude, Yeti Ready, Business Management EOP, Dean's List recipient. Cameron has had leadership roles as an Ascend mentor and as a house steward. Cameron's future story plan is to attend ECTC in the upcoming fall semester and to obtain his basic courses, then possibly transfer to Western Kentucky University to obtain a business degree. Paige Mullins, Hamilton House. Paige has had leadership roles in FFA. Paige's future story plan is to attend ECTC in the fall and then transfer to the University of Louisville to study criminology and law enforcement. Robert Dakota Greer.
Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Let's go!
Dakota Logan Newton. Summa cum laude. Washington House. Yeti Ready. Dean's List recipient. $20,000 scholarship, Trustee Foundation for the University of Louisville. G Crew member. Logan's future story plan is to attend the University of Louisville and focus on engineering. Colin Newton, Lincoln House. Yeti Ready. Network Administrator EOP. MTA IC3 Industry Certifications. Dean's List recipient. Leadership roles in STLP. Colin's future story plan is to attend Elizabethtown Community and Technical College. James Nichols, Lafayette House. He has had leadership roles as a cafe student leader. Sam's future story plan is to attend ECTC for business management. Braden O'Banion, Hamilton House. Dean's List recipient. Leadership roles as bowling captain. Braden's future story plan is to work as a pipe fitter. Kenneth Osborne, Lafayette House. Yeti Ready. Business Management EOP. Dylan Parrish, Washington House. Yeti Ready. Dean's List recipient. Dylan's had leadership roles in band, house stewards, and archery. Dylan's future story plan is to attend ECTC to major in wildlife management. Veena Patel, summa cum laude. Washington House. Yeti Ready. Business Management EOP. Dean's List recipient and AP Scholar. $1,000 College Board Opportunity Scholarship. Central Kentucky Community Foundation Scholarship to ECTC. Leadership roles as a general leader. Alpina's future story plan is to attend ECTC, to major in diagnostic medical sonography, and become an ultrasound technician.
Lincoln House. Summa cum laude. Getty Ready. Animal Science EOP. TNHS Dean's List. Student Athlete of the Month. Cheerleading Most Improved and Most Dedicated. First Place Cheerleading Regions Competition. Leader Award winner. Chairman Scholarship and EKU Honor Scholarship. Leadership roles include SOC Cheerleading Rep, Liftoff Leadership Team, General Leader, Prom Committee Member, Cheerleading Fill-in Captain, and Pride Games Spirit Representative. Riley's future story plans are to attend EKU to major in business management and organizational leadership and minor in design. Luke Traven Pike. Lafayette House. Luke's future story plan is to attend ECTC in the fall. Damian Lee Plunkett. Lafayette House. Leadership roles in house steward and esports. Damian's future story plans are to attend ECTC in the fall. Carson Allen Carter. Lafayette House. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List recipient. Carson's future story plans are to continue his career with Hill Transportation. Hannah K. Price. Hamilton House. Getty Ready. Animal Science EOP. Hannah's future story plans are to attend ECTC in the fall to continue her degree as a CNA. Abby Louise Hughes. Lafayette House. Summa cum laude. Getty Ready. Dean's List. Campbellsville Honors Band Second Chair, Barry Sachs. EKU Honors Band. First Place Mixed Media, Beta Regionals 2019-2020 and 2018-2019. Distinguished Solo and Ensemble in 2018. EKU Foster Camp Jazz Ensemble. Female lead in the 2019 production of Beauty and the Beast. Wednesday Addams in the 2020 production of The Addams Family. KHSAA All Academic Team Award. Academic Merit Scholarship. Marching Band Scholarship. Western Kentucky University Music Audition Scholarship. Leadership in SOC Representative for Band. TNHS Drum Major. General Leader. Principal and First Chair Saxophone. Abby's future story plans are to attend Western Kentucky University to major in music education and pursue a career as a high school band director. Elliot Logan Ryder. Washington House. Summa cum laude. Getty Ready. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. 2019 Baseball Best Performance of the Year, Male Spring. Baseball 2019 Junior General of the Year. KHSAA First Team Academic All-State. $18,000 Academic Merit Scholarship to Northern Kentucky University. A leadership role as baseball captain. Elliot's future story plans are to attend Northern Kentucky University and major in finance. Trey Thomas Radcliffe. Lafayette House. Cum laude. TNHS Dean's List. 2018 Basketball Mr. 100. KHSAA Academic All-State. Purple Cow Student Leadership Award. Leadership roles in football, basketball, and baseball. Trey's future story plans are to attend ECTC and to pursue a career in a trade. Emily Frances Price. Washington House. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List recipient. Emily's future story plans are to enter the workforce to become a tattoo artist. Emily.
Woo, Richard!
William Richard Riggs. Lincoln House. Richie's future story plans are to attend ECTC in the fall with a focus on industrial maintenance.
Woo! Go, Richard!
Hunter Ray Roby. Hamilton House. Hunter's future story plan is to enter the workforce in his family's trucking business. Molly Marie Robinson. Lafayette House. Yeti Reddy. Thomas, stay on stage for me. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. First place Cheer Regions Championship. Lafayette House Student of the Month. Molly's future story plan is to go to ECTC in the fall to study biology. Molly. William Damian Rogers Floyd. Hamilton House. William's future story plans are to attend ECTC for general studies, then attend Campbellsville to major in film. Michael Dale Sagersey. Lafayette House. Michael's future story plans are to enter the workforce and to own his own business or to continue to go into a career of truck driving. Garrett Thomas Settles. Hamilton House. Magna cum laude. Yeti Reddy. Animal Science and Food Science EOP. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. Soccer captain House Stewart. Garrett's future story plans are to attend Midway College and pursue a major in business. Isabella Marie Shelton. Hamilton House. Magna cum laude. Yeti Reddy. ROTC. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List and Certificate of Completion for ROTC. Leadership roles include House Steward, ROTC Captain, and first to be part of a service-based learning opportunity through Nelson County Schools. Isabella's future story plans are to enter the workforce. Emily Marie Chows. Lafayette House. Magna cum laude. Yeti Reddy. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. Emily's future story plan is to attend South Central Kentucky Community and Technical College to become a nurse. September Rain Sietsema. Lincoln House. Cum laude. Yeti Reddy. ROTC. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. September's future story plan is to serve our country by going into the Air Force. Abby Joy Skinner. Washington House. Summa cum laude. Yeti Reddy. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. 2019 Governor's Scholar. University of Kentucky's Presidential Scholarship. academic team president, captain of the girls tennis team. Abby's future story plans are to attend the University of Kentucky as a chemistry major in order to be prepared to apply to UK's College of Pharmacy. Caden Dean Smith. Washington House. Caden's future story plan is to enter the workforce upon graduation. Mary Grace Spalding. Hamilton House. Mary's future story plan is undecided, but it's to go into a field in which she loves. Bailey Glenn Stiles. Lincoln House. Summa Cum Laude. Getty Ready. Thomas Nelson High School Dean's List. Basketball All-District and All-Region. Leadership roles on basketball. Bailey's future story plan is to attend ECTC and major in radiography. Jasmine Harley Sweeney. Hamilton House. Harley's future story plan is to attend ECTC with a focus on elementary education.
Trevor Tatum, Hamilton House, summa cum laude, world-changing Yeti, industry business management. Awards include Dean's List. Trevor's future story plan is to attend University of Louisville and major in accounting. Fletcher Terry, Lafayette House, Getty Ready, Dean's List. Fletcher's future story plan is to attend ECTC and major in mechanical engineering. Caroline Thomas, Hamilton House, summa cum laude, world-changing Yeti. Awards include Governor Scholar Program, Lincoln Trail Youth Salute, Bardstown Chamber of Commerce Young Leaders Institute, Student Organization Council Purple Cow recipient, Hustle recipient, iHeart NC recipient, Dean's List. Scholarship awards include 250 Nelson County Distinguished Young Women Self-Expression, $1,000 National Beta Club, $500 Kiwanis Hubbard Memorial, $500 Trustees University of Louisville, $2,500 Key. Leadership roles include National Beta Club, Vice President, President, Co-President, Take Care of Yourself Club Secretary, Vice President, Director of Football Operations, Student Organizational Council Representative, and House Steward. Caroline's future story plan is to attend University of Louisville to obtain a Bachelor's of Science in Communication with hopes to own a boutique. James Thomas, Lafayette House, Getty Ready, Dean's List. James' future story plan is to attend WKU, major in film, and engage in an internship with PBS. Savannah Thompson, Washington House, Getty Ready, industry certification in animal science and horticulture. Awards include Dean's List, bowling, all-state team. Leadership roles include bowling girls team captain. Savannah's future story plan is to attend ECTC in the fall and then become a vet tech. William Gilbert, Hamilton House, Getty Ready. Awards include homecoming team, most tackles in the game, most touchdowns in the season, Dean's List, MVP award. Leadership roles include football and extended mentor. Will's future story plan is to join the Air Force. Kelly Underwood, Lincoln House, magna cum laude, Getty Ready. Awards include Dean's List, September E-Team Member of the Month for FFA. Leadership roles include House Steward, FFA Reporter. Kelly's future story plan is to attend Berea College and major in biology or Asian studies. Carly Van Vacker, Lincoln House. Awards include Dean's List, Regional Speaking Contest winner, Vet Science, CDE State Participant. Leadership roles include Women's Soccer, FFA President. Carly's future story plan is to attend ECTC and major in an Associate of Science in Agriculture and become a veterinary technician. Faith Holbrook, Lafayette House, summa cum laude, Getty Ready, Dean's List. Leadership roles include marching band. Faith's future story plan is to attend ECTC or serve our country by joining the military. Frederick Philip Wagner, Lafayette House, summa cum laude, Getty Ready, industry certification in food science. Awards include Dean's List, Academic Art, Leadership Roles, House Stewart. Phillips Beach Story Plan is to go to ECTC and U of L to major in mechanical engineering. Austin Walden, Washington House, magna cum laude. Awards include Dean's List, Energizer Award. Leadership roles include House Steward. Austin Beach Story plans to attend ECTC for culinary arts and become a professional chef. Graduate Cassidy Warren, Lafayette House, cum laude. Getting ready. Francis Beach Story plans to study sociology at the University of UL. Elijah Walker, Washington House, summa cum laude. Getting ready. Awards include Governor Scholar Program, AHSAA Academic All-State, Dean's List, Scholarship Award, Governor Scholar Program. Leadership roles include Football Legacy Series. Eli Beach Story plans to attend Murray State University for wildlife conservation biology. Kenan Webb, Lafayette House, magna cum laude. Getting ready. Dean's List. Anna Beach Story plans to pursue a career in information technology. Rebecca Welch, Washington House, summa cum laude. Getting ready. Ministry certification in healthcare. Awards, Dean's List, all 4 years. Leadership roles, paralegal. Rebecca Beach Story plans to attend ECTC and then transfer to the University of Kentucky to major in speech therapy. Nicholas Aiden Whitman, Lafayette House. Davis Beach Story plans to enter the workforce. Isabella White, Hamilton House, summa cum laude. World Changing Living. Awards include Governor Scholar Program, Archtown Chamber of Commerce Young Leader Institute, Lincoln Trail Youth Salute, Hustle Award, Effective Communication Award winner, Dean's List, Sock Purple Cali Award, Academic All-State Girls Soccer, All District Award, Kentucky Rising Scholar. Scholarship awards include James Graham Brown Honors Program Scholarship, Cleves Scholarship, SAFE Scholarship, Keys Scholarship, Athletic Scholarship, and Governor Scholar. Leadership roles include Beta Club President, Beta Club Vice President, T-Code Club President, Student Organizational Council Chief Financial Officer, KYA Secretary, and Girls Soccer. Izzy's Beach Story plan is to attend Thomas More University to play soccer and obtain her degree in elementary education. Ashley Wilkerson, Lafayette House, summa cum laude. Getting ready. Dean's List. Ashley's Beach Story plans to attend ECTC to finish my associates and then transfer to John Jay to obtain my bachelor's in forensic psychology.
That's my girl.
Katie Wilkerson, Washington House, Getting ready. Industry certification in animal science and healthcare. Katie's Beach Story plans to attend nursing program at Galen College. Caroline Williams, Hamilton House, magna cum laude. Caroline's future story plan is to enroll in the Navy, where she's going to serve with electronics and advanced manufacturing. Graduate Addison Williamson, Hamilton House, summa cum laude. Getting ready. Dean's List. Madison's future story plan is to attend ECTC to get my associate in arts and then transfer to U of L to obtain my bachelor's in psychology. Camden Lord, Hamilton House, Getting ready. Industry certifications in food science and horticulture. Dean's List. Leadership roles in band. Camden's future story plan is to attend a 2-year college to study information tech. Jared Luke, Lafayette House, cum laude. Dean's List. Leadership roles, general leader, drama, STLP, GNN, creative director. Jared's future story plan is to attend the Lexington School of Recording Arts and to pursue a career in auto technology. Kayla Yeast, Lafayette House, magna cum laude. World Changing Yeti. Dean's List. Kayla's future story plan is to attend JCTC while working at UPS and get my associates as a radio tech. I then plan on signing on in Norton's Hospital and working for them while going back to school to get my bachelor's. Abigail Young, Washington House. Abigail's future story plan is to become a kindergarten teacher.
Graduate, you may now move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side, signifying your transition from high school.